Good morning, friends and family. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are building the $1 terrarium. My name is BucketPonds. If you enjoy this video, please check out my channel for more content. Thank you. So today we're going to build over here in this little section, as our normal area is completely cluttered with jar aquariums and various plant pots. We're going to use one of these little containers that I got for $1 at the dollar store. And these are perfect. They're a little bit larger than some of our jars that we work with, and they have a nice lid. It is not airtight, but it will hold water, and we can run these either sideways or vertically. Either way, each side is flat, so we can kind of stack them up and do some different things. I have 8 of these containers, and this is the first part of our new build series that I'm calling the one-shot builds. In the one-shot build series, we will have each of the previously set up projects in the background, so I think that's going to be really cool. But I got each of these for $1 from the money that was donated by our patrons. So thanks, guys. I wanted you to see exactly where that money has gone. It's gone right back into the channel, into more projects. So we're going to add some backyard clay here. This is a chunk that my wife lovingly carved a happy face into. But I've processed this a bit, and I've got the consistency and moisture levels down to something like Play-Doh. And we're going to use this to build up the back wall of our terrarium. Now, it's a little bit sticky, and I will have to wipe off the fingerprints when we get done, but this will be perfect for my idea here. You see, I want to stack up kind of a decorative back wall, like I've seen people do in various gecko vivariums and things. We're going to toss in a couple pieces of lava rock. You can use any stone for this, even just some random stones from your backyard should be fine. But there we go. We're going to use that piece to kind of prop up the clay a little bit and keep it from falling. And we'll wedge in these other pieces to make some little like cliffs or little shelves, little crevices. I've been thinking about this a lot, you guys, this particular project, and I'm very excited to bring it to you today. I'm going to throw in a little bit of backyard compost as well. It's mostly oak leaves, maybe a little twig here and there, some acorn caps and things like that. I am not intentionally including any isopods or springtails in this project, as I don't think it's large enough, but maybe in the future we can always add something. I'm going to mist everything a little bit. I don't want to get that clay so wet that it will slide, but I do want to moisten it a bit. So here we have a shovel load of moss from our mini moss farms that we built recently. It's growing very nicely, and we're going to use that to fill in these little crevices. I think it's going to look beautiful. And yeah, this moss is growing very nicely, but there is one problem with my little moss farms. They don't have a lid, so I have to mist them very often. I'm hoping that this little container with the lid closed will help to keep things humid and help the moss to grow a little better. But it looks good. It's nice and green, and it is growing. Normally, I would not want to waste this moss on any project that I wasn't sure would be functional. But now that we have so much of it on hand, we're growing more every day, we can set it up and, try different ideas that I've been thinking about for a while. So there we go. I think you get the basics, the idea of I'm going for here. We'll save this little piece for later. But I want to set up a nice sort of mossy mountainside is my idea. There's a good look at the moss. I believe this is hypnomoss, but I am not great at moss identification. I've also heard this referred to as flat glaze moss, which may be an important distinction. I don't know. I find all of my stuff out in the wild, you guys. There's no little tag telling me what it is. We find it and we have to figure it out. And that's kind of fun over time, learning and growing things and, playing detective here and there. It can be a lot of fun. But ultimately, I like to catch something out in the wild, bring it home, and then replicate it and propagate it. And here we have another type of moss. Again, I'm using my little moss shovels. I got this type of moss here, this specific clump, and a few more like it, from a parking lot at a local establishment. This moss was growing up through cracks in the pavement, and I knew that, it wasn't meant to be there, so I snatched it up and brought some of it home. But it looks really cool, and I think it's going to look great in here. There's enough space for the moss to spread a bit, to creep out and, spread around. That clay should be a fine substrate if the moss tries to grow on it, as well as the stones themselves and, of course, that little bit of compost we have in the bottom. So this is the $1 terrarium, you guys, and for my first real attempt at a terrarium, I think it's beautiful. Very minimal setup, very artistic, in my opinion, and I had a lot of fun with it. So for our first real attempt at building a terrarium, I think we have done a great job. Check it out, guys. It looks great. I might have to open it and mist it a little bit here and there, but nothing I'm too concerned about. If things go badly, we can always pop open the lid and fix it up a little bit. But I'm confident that the moss will grow in here. It should be perfect. Nice little humid mountainside for our moss to spread. Extra special thank you for our Patreon supporters. Guys, your donations basically bought these containers. And so far we have raised about $13 or $14 on Patreon, and I am very, very grateful. That might not sound like much for most people, but here at Bucket Ponds, with the way that we do things, with our goal of keeping everything very low cost, $13 or $14 goes pretty far. That was enough to buy 8 of these really cool containers and almost pay for an entire bag of lava rock. I just had to put a couple bucks with it, and that's not so bad, I'm very, very happy about this, you guys. So your donations are going right back into the channel. I want you to see that. I've also started YouTube memberships recently, and with YouTube memberships, you can sign up for $1. There are no exclusive videos or hidden content or anything like that, but there are a few small perks. You get a little badge next to your name when you comment, better recognition on the channel, things like that. So a big thank you to Clay Wise, Swansea, Jay, Jeff Kiesner, and Ashley Danielle, our Patreon supporters. Future YouTube members will get a mention as well. So just a big thank you, guys. I am very, very happy, and I was been so stressed lately. I really needed this. So thanks for sitting down with me and building a nice terrarium. I hope you have a great day, and please check out the other videos appearing on your screen right now. Thank you.